Okay. All right. Looks like we're finally live. So looks like we got Henry in the chat. Henry, can you hear me okay? Oh, Henry, are you there, bud? I see you in the chat there. I was just kind of curious if the audio is okay. Okay, awesome. And the video looks all right? Looks like we got a couple people in the room at the moment. So is the audio and the video okay, everybody? Okay. All right. Thanks, Henry. Awesome. So anyway, looks like we got a couple more people popping in, so it'll take just a couple of minutes and see if we get a couple more. Yeah, it was out today in Hillside. Mr. Flipster was up from Hillside. Whereabouts is Hillside, Mr. Flipster? I know of Hillsdale, and we got a couple other hill places pretty close, but yeah, anyway, yeah, just finished doing my latest Make It Money Monday video. Just posted that just a little bit ago, so that should be up and ready to view now. I think we sold about 19. Audio is great, video quality is subjective. All right, thanks, Mark. Yeah, my internet. It's probably my internet right now, and being the time of day that it is, it's probably down just a little bit. But okay. Anyway. Yeah, like I said, I just finished doing my latest Make It Money Monday video. So if you guys haven't checked that out, check that out. I believe that's volume 28. Just posted that just a little bit ago. I think we did about 19 items for right around about $500. So it was down just a little bit, but had a few unique items. For those of you who haven't seen me or don't know who I am, I'm a part-time eBay reseller. My main focus is clothing. It's just because I live in a small town, so that's what's available to me. But I'll sell anything I can make a buck on. The last Make It Money Monday video I just put out, I had quite a few different little items in there, so definitely worth checking out. Mr. Flipster says close to 290 Wolf Road. Okay, you're not too far away from me, probably maybe an hour and a half. Okay, by Elmhurst. Yeah, you're probably about an hour and a half from me, so that's not too bad. All right. So yeah, anyway, like I said, I went to the post office, dropped off all my packages this morning. And hey, how you doing, John? John, the Cincinnati picker, just popped in the room. So how you doing, buddy? Yeah, so anyway, like I said, just stopped at dropped all my packages off at the post office, and I decided I'd swing by my local Goodwill. I haven't been in there in a little over a week or so. So anyway, I figured I'd just give it a shot and see what all they had today. So I'm going to show you all the stuff I picked up. I grabbed about 31 different things today. I spent the most money I think I've ever spent in my local Goodwill. I live in a small town, probably community of about 10,000 people. So, for me to pull that kind of stuff out of my local Goodwill was a pretty good day for me. Garage sale season is still pretty slow right now. There's only about one or two a week in my area. Let's see. Oh, I'm kind of trying to watch the chat and do this at the same time. This whole live thing's all still new to me. Yeah, I hope you had a nice Easter. Yeah, I hope everybody all had a good Easter. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to jump into it. I'm going to show you some of the cool stuff I picked up today, and then I'll show you all the neat stuff first, and then show you some of the clothing stuff I picked up, because I know a lot of you guys like to see what clothes I sell and what have you, but I'd rather do the fun stuff. So anyway, I love picking up hats. Today I found really some couple cool hats. Like I said, they're super cheap to ship. Usually always inexpensive. First up, I grabbed this awesome. It's a Shankopotamus, kind of like golf hat. I should keep this for myself. I guess what my buddies call me is Shankopotamus. So, but yeah, really cool hat. I'll probably get $15-20 out of that. Actually, I didn't see any like it at all. So I might be able to ask a little bit more, because it is kind of a novelty item. I grabbed this snap-on hat, just a adjustable strap-back hat. I got this for green today. In my local Goodwill was 50 cents, or was half off, I mean. So Grabbed this nice Snap-on hat. I've had real good luck selling Snap-on stuff. I should still get $15 to $20 out of that, and that'll go first class as well. So it'll only cost me probably about $277, $261 to ship. Then I found this awesome hat here. This is a vintage, probably 1980s trucker hat. I'm going to date myself a little bit. I don't know how many of y'all remember this, but this is from the movie Porky's. Yeah, it's kind of an iconic movie back in the day. It was almost a little risque, for its time. But yeah, this thing is really, really awesome. And then on the back, on the back, it even has this pretty cool little saying. And it says, "Has anybody seen Michael Hunt?" And it was abbreviated a little bit, but when you say it really fast, it's a little dirty. So yeah, I thought this hat was really, really cool. I don't think it's been worn. And this has the old foam inside, so that definitely makes it a little more collectible. I did see sold just the other day. It went for about $15, and there's only one other one available listed for $15. I think with my photos, and if I do this just right, I don't see where I shouldn't be able to pull probably $30 out of this hat. I might be reaching just a little bit, but I think 25 definitely be realistic, but I think I'm gonna list it for $30. I'm gonna let it ride for just a little bit and see what we get out of that. Something else I picked up today. I've been trying to get away from these stinking coffee mugs, and they keep popping up. I grabbed this Life is Good mug, just a simple mug, but this is a little bigger one. Green was half off, so I got it for 50 cents. I'll probably get $20 out of this. Life is Good sells really, really decent for me. And like I said, I'll pick it up in anything, hats, T-shirts, mugs, whatever. If it has Life is Good on it, it always sells great. I scored these today. I love picking up Harley stuff. I was surprised these were on the shelf, and they only had them marked $3. This here is it's like a Harley custom shop. You can kind of trick it out. Little Harley motorcycle thing. Really cool item. And then the same guy, I'm assuming, probably donated this, but it's a tow trailer series Harley. I got both of these, like I said, for $3 a piece, so these should do pretty well. I mean, I'm assuming I should get at least 20 to probably $25 a pop out of those. Grabbed a pair of shoes today, and been doing pretty decent with shoes lately. These here are really nice Florsheim's. Look at the soles on these. These things are like brand new. And green, like I said, was half off. So I don't know if you can see the price, but I think it says $5.99. So I paid $3 for these shoes. And on the inside, you can see the tag still on the inside. So I think these are still brand new. I mean, they have a little bit of scuffing on them, but overall, really, really nice find there. I don't think I should have any problem pulling $45 to $50 out of those. So I was happy with that. Then I went by the section where they have all the cords, the power cords, and all that stuff. I love looking in that section. And I always look for the oddball stuff in there. Anything with like Bose on it, or Sony, or just some of the oddball stuff. Today I happened to find this one. This is the Scuba for the iRobot. Green also today, like I said, was half off. So this is $1.99. So I got it for $1. These things here, these little power supplies, are going for about $20. So keep your guy out for the old power supplies, or just different oddball power supplies. Those are really, really good to pick up and find. Here's another great item to pick up when you guys are out. I got this for $2. This is some vintage HP ink, and it's a 3-pack. And if you guys find the 3-packs, the multi-packs of stuff, those always do awesome. Lonnie, how you doing, buddy? See, Mr. Garage Flips is in here. Yeah, so anyway, I snatched these up today. And like I said, I paid $2 or $3 a piece for these. These go for about $40. These are about 2 years old. And then I grabbed this one here for the same price, and this goes for about $40 as well. So yeah, that was all the really like cool stuff that I ended up finding today, and I spent hardly anything on just those items there. like I said, I spent about $94 at my local Goodwill. I don't think I've ever dropped $94 at my local Goodwill. Even the ladies in there were like, "Oh man," I go, "Did you come into some money or something?" And I was like, "No," I go, it just happened to be that I was just I guess at the right place at the right time. Then I grabbed some jeans. Been picking up a few jeans lately. I snatched up 3 pairs of these LL Bean jeans. But what makes these even more special is they're lined. I wish I would have found these about 3 months ago. I actually paid the full price for these, which was $6.99. Not where I really want to be on jeans, but 3 of these were all the exact same. So I think I'm going to just lot them all together. So I'm in $21 on these 3 pair of jeans, but I don't see any reason why I can't pull 100, probably 100 and a quarter out of them. So those there, I think, were a really, really good find. And then I also paid regular price for this pair of Tommy Bahama jeans, which was $6.99 for those as well. They're actually my size, so hopefully they fit. If they don't, I have no worries about getting rid of those. Like I said, I don't usually like to pay $7 for $7 for jeans. I typically like to stay in the $3 window because jeans do pretty well. For me. All right, let's see what we got next. Looks like we got about 10 people in the chat. Let's see who else we got popped in here today. Like I said, Henry was here. He was number 1. Henry's always number 1. And like I said, we got Lonnie, Mr. Garage Flips, John, the Cincinnati Picker. We got all kinds of YouTube celebs in here today. If anyone else is in the chat, feel free to say hey. Like I said, this is about my second or third time really going live, so still working on the bugs out of this and what have you. Anyway, let's see. So I'll try to kind of talk, repeat, what all goes on in the chat. So those of you who tune in a little later and stuff know what all's going on. But I scored this. It's a really nice Tommy Bahama Hawaiian shirt. It's getting summer, so these things sell really well. And I think this was an extra large. Yeah, extra large. I like the brighter stuff. The brighter stuff always does great. Another one of my favorite brands to pick up. This here is Orvis. This is the and it's double extra large, but this is the it's got the Orvis on the. I don't know if you can see it here, guys. There you go on the pocket. And this is from the Trout Bum line, so it's all pearl snap and what have you. So that shirt easily will probably be a $25, $30 shirt. I paid I think $3.99 for that. Lonnie said I watched your other 2 times live. You look a lot more relaxed today. Hey, thanks, Lonnie. Yeah, just it's just weird sitting here talking to yourself like that. But anyway, thank you. Then I scored this. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe I got this for regular price. Usually my Goodwill always prices Harley stuff crazy. Check out this awesome Harley Davidson tribal shirt. This thing is sick. It's got a big, it's got the Harley logo there, and it's just a sick shirt. I got this for $3.99, and I'll have no problem pulling $45 out of that shirt. Really, really nice shirt, and that's also like a pearl snap. Glenn, the Swamp Picker's in here. Like I said, all the YouTube celebs are rolling in today. Hey, Glenn, address your. I know you asked me a little bit earlier if I was going to the Chicago meetup. Yeah, I didn't get a ticket, so I'm not going to be able to make it up there. I was hoping maybe you guys are going to be up there Monday. I'd catch up with you and Lonnie, but it looks like you guys were heading out on Sunday night, so probably not going to work unless you guys get up there earlier, and I might happen to be off or something, and we can arrange something. But otherwise, yeah, probably going to miss you guys. But if we work out something, yeah, I'd love to meet up with you. I think that'd be awesome. That place is about 2 hours from where I live. So, and I've never actually thrifted around that area. So, definitely, I know the area and it's a great area. So you guys will do really, really well up there. There's a lot of really nice stuff, in that area. I scored this really nice, Ralph Lauren. I grabbed this one because it was, don't know how well you can see on the tag there, but this is a 2X big. yeah, this, you don't usually run across the bigs very often, so that's going to definitely help this one sell. I'll probably get 27 to 29 bucks out of that. You know, just your typical Ralph Lauren. Same with this one, just another double extra large Ralph Lauren. I'll probably do the same thing on this one. It's got the pony on it and some Blake, I think. Oh no, it's just classic fit. So that'll be 27, 29 bucks. Then at my local, I about had a heart attack today. I never find these ever. Robert Graham. Yeah, I found the elusive Robert Graham in my local Goodwill. Like I said, I live in a town of about 10,000 people, which is extremely small with a very low median income. I don't know who lives in my town that's buying Robert Grahams, but I thank him for donating these. This is probably about my 5th one I've ever found. You know, so this is a really, really nice shirt here. I'll probably get, I don't know, I'll probably list it for 69, and I'll see what I get out of it. You know, I mean, that might be just a little bit high, but anyway, I don't see where I shouldn't be able to get at least 50 out of this shirt, and I paid regular price for it. It's got the nice contrast cuffs. Yeah, Rankin would be proud. Yeah, he probably would. Man, I was ecstatic when I seen it, but then I got lucky again, and right next to it, another Robert Graham. And I guess the best part of all this too, these are actually 3X. So I think that's going to really help sell these. You know, this one here is a little more plain. It's not near as crazy. And the contrast cuffs, you know, they're not as crazy either. But this one here is actually pearl snap, so, or like a pearl snap. But I think with being the 3X, yeah, I'm going to list these probably both at probably 69 bucks, and I'm going to see where they go. I don't know. Maybe I'll list them a little bit higher and put a best offer on them, but, you know, we'll see what happens with that. So I was super, super pumped to find Robert Graham's in my local Goodwill. That was super awesome. And I found this really sweet Bugatti Umo. I don't pick a lot of these up, only unless they're really crazy looking, like this one. And this one's got really nice contrast cuffs. Like, I don't know how well you can see this. I got a little glare down here, but with some flowers on them and what have you. So this shirt here probably will do pretty well, and it's a double extra large, so I should have no problem unloading this shirt. This will probably go, I'm assuming this one here is probably going to go for right around 30 bucks, 30 up. I may list it at 35, and you know, I'll let it go for around somewhere between 27 and 35. Not a brand I usually ever pick up, but green was half off today, so I got this for, I think it was $1.50, $2. It's just simple Joseph Bank, but it's double extra large. It's the only reason I picked up double extra large. No, Glenn, those were not French cuffs. They're all just regular standard cuffs. So I think most, I don't know if any of the Robert Grahams are French cuff or not, because I know they're pretty, they're known for having the contrasting cuffs that you always flip up. I don't know if you guys ever watch, what is it, Modern Family? Cam, one of the characters on there, I think he usually always wears Robert Graham shirts. He's usually always got the real flamboyant, you know, his are usually a little more bright and crazy with the contrast cuffs. So if you ever see those are Robert Grahams that he wears. I just grabbed this other Joseph Bank, but it's a double extra large. It's the only Joseph Banks I usually ever grab is 2XLs, and I got to get them for $1, $2 tops. John the Cincinnati Picker says that show's hilarious. Yeah, I love that show. It cracks me up. I've always been a big fan of Ed O'Neill. I mean, ever since Married with Children, it's amazing how much that guy's changed over the years. But let's see, what else will we end up grabbing? Yeah, this show's be good for you, John. I know you're apparently want to expand into the clothing business a little bit. So yeah, keep an eye on all these brands here. These are all real good brands to find it. Like I said, I usually don't find a lot of these in my local Goodwill. I normally got to go out of town. So I think somebody might have, with a little bit of money, might have just cleaned out their closet. So and another Tommy Bahama. This is double XL. Wait, no, this is actually a double XL big. I don't think I've ever seen Tommy Bahama in double XL big. So I think this one here actually might do pretty decent. I should be able to ask a little bit more for this, probably around 29. Around 29 bucks, I'm guessing. You know, so I didn't have a problem paying full price for that, which was, I believe, $2.99. I got another one identical to it, just different color, 2 extra big as well. So I don't know if I'm going to lot those two together. Like I said, I got $6 into the 2 shirts. I should easily be able to get $50 to $60 out of the two, whether I lot them or sell them individually. Was it Lonnie? Garage Flip says, I'm moving to a little clothing myself. So this is awesome knowledge. Yeah, clothing is not where I wanted to be, but it's just something that pretty much I ended up being a victim. If I wanted to survive in the resale business with my area being a small town, clothing is where it was at. There's so many video game resellers in my area, and I would never survive selling video games. I pick that stuff up whenever I find it. I'm always still trying to learn about it, but I could just never make it on just doing video games alone. There's just way the market for that in my area is just fierce. And then my local Goodwill actually ships all of their video game stuff off now. It all goes to some central location. I think they all sell it online, so you can't even touch that in my local Goodwill. And most of the charity thrifts, it's really hard to find video game stuff. I don't know if our charity thrifts have a guy that ends up getting all the video games and what have you. But yeah, it's very, very difficult to find video game stuff. So once garage sale season hits, I always like to try to be, one of the first ones or two, at some of the places. And I always ask for video games. It's one of the best things you can do is always ask whenever you go to a sale. This here, just regular Polo Golf. This is green, so I got this for half off today. This has been in my store for quite a while. I've passed on it just because I know what it is. This will probably go for 17 to 20 bucks. It's a nice color, kind of that dry fit material. It's got the pony on the chest and what have you, so not a bad little shirt there. There's another shirt that's been in my local Goodwill for a while, but it's green, so I got it for half off. So I think I paid $1.50, $2 for this shirt. It's a really cool Ralph Lauren, but it's got the writing all over it, so I think that'll do well. I almost bought it when it was regular price, but it says, I think it's like Ralph Lauren, Marine and Company. So with the writing on it and what have you, real nice sweater. I really didn't want to pick up a sweater this time of year. It's, it's starting to get summer, so I have a feeling this stuff might set for a little bit. But, still a really cool sweater. Had some different designs and what have you on it, so pretty nice. Here's another one of my bread and butter items I love picking up. Like I said, Life is Good. We usually always have Jake on the back there. I'll pick up anything Life is Good whenever I find it. These shirts, they're easy, $17 to $20 all day long. This was green, so it's been sitting in my store. I've kind of let this one sit because it's a large. I really don't like dealing with larges unless I get them cheap because they tend to set just a little bit longer than I would like. But if it's extra large, double X, I'll pay up for that, no problem. And like I said, it's this may set for a little bit, or it may go once football season comes around. Oh man, all kinds of good stuff today. Then I got this really sweet Reebok. It's kind of like a dry fit quarter zip pullover. I think I'm gonna keep this for myself, but I'm not sure. The only reason I really grabbed it is if you can see inside, it's a 2X large tall. You don't find this stuff in the large talls. So this was a great find, and I was really surprised they didn't orange tag this one. In my store, all the orange tag stuff is usually, they mark all that stuff up to like just crazy prices, and it's usually all the stuff that they deem as their better quality items or what have you. So yeah, I was super happy to find that today. And like I said, I may keep this for myself. I don't know, but I'm not worried about unloading that. That should easily go of 25 to 30 bucks. Something else I grabbed today. I've started picking these up. I'm not sure. I haven't sold the other one that I've grabbed, but this one here is Duluth Trading Company. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this outfit or not, but anyway, this double extra large. So this will probably fit me. I got to quit keeping clothes. That's the problem with being a clothing reseller. I end up keeping all these stinking clothes, or I'll wear them a couple times and then I'll unload them. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah, this should go for, I'm guessing, 25 bucks. It's actually not overly heavy. Scored this really sweet Harley. It's kind of like a ribbed, I don't want to call it a crew neck tee because it's almost like a sweater. It's just got just a simple little logo there on the front, and it's got a real small dealer logo on the back. It should go for 30 bucks, probably 30, 35 bucks all day long. and I think I got that for $4. So, and I believe it's double extra large. Yeah, that's 2XL also. So, I was really happy to find that. Keeping with the Harley theme, found this really nice women's Harley fleece. It's got the Harley down the sleeve. This is a medium, and it's got the little Harley logo down there on the bottom as well. So I got that for $4. This will easily be $35-40. So yeah, that's pretty much my haul today, guys. I got lots of good stuff. Man, I got a lot of listing to do, way more than I want to, considering this is the start of my work week. It's just I don't get a lot of things done. I got to get at least a bunch of photos going. So when I'm sitting down later on in the evening and stuff like that, I can start editing photos and then working on some listings. John, dude, you found a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I never pull that kind of stuff out of my local Goodwill. Even when we have our 1, 2, 3 days, that's typically they do that one time a month. It's the last Tuesday of the month. All the clothes are $1.23, except orange tag items, and then the orange tag items go for half price. So whatever the orange tag says, they're half price. Yeah, real jobs suck. Yeah, they do. I'm lucky. I only work 4 days a week, but I work 10-hour days. So that kind of stinks. So Mondays are my day off. So it is what it is. And I did get your message, John, about possibly doing a show with you. So that'd be really cool. And I'm totally on board with that. Probably Mondays are probably going to be my best day. Or it would have to be probably after I don't know, 2 o'clock during the week, but probably before 5. So usually, I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm just tired after I'm usually up about 3 o'clock in the morning, so I can be to work by 4, which stinks. Like I said, once I get my daughter's college all paid for, hopefully, I can start pushing this a little more serious to going full time. But anyway, as of right now, this just really helps pay for my daughter's college, considering she goes to private college, which stinks, is way more expensive than going to regular school. So, it is what it is. But hopefully that'll be done before long. Let's see, what else? Anyone else in the chat besides these big shots here? Got any questions for me or anything like that? Or if any of you guys got questions or what have you want to throw at me, go ahead and throw it my way. I'm all about it. So looks like we got 11 people in the chat. So they're watching anyway. So appreciate everybody who stopped by. Lonnie asks, what is my day job? Actually, I got to be really careful what I say on here because I had to sign what do they call it? A social media clause. So it's just kind of one of those things. I deal a lot with logistics. We'll just kind of leave it at that. And I work for a very large corporation. I'm not into management or nothing like that, but I do work for them. And like I said, I had to sign a social media clause, so I do have to be very careful what I say and what have you. And so, woo! Hey, that's what I want to hear. I love getting them chings. What do we sell? Hey, awesome. I was just telling you guys I don't usually pick up. This is the time. I don't usually pick up Joseph A. Bank stuff, but I actually found a Joseph A. Bank tie the other day, new with tags. I paid $1 for it. Up there, it's a little better if you can see it, and I got $24.99 out of it. So not too bad. Yeah, I love that sound too, Glenn. That's my second sale today. I just sold. Oh, I sold a. I had this Harley Davidson haul here about 2-3 weeks ago. I bought 140 items off a lady on a local Facebook group, and basically it worked out with everything I bought to $140. So I got everything for $1 an item. One of the things that was in there that I just sold here just a little bit ago before the head tie was for scrapbooking. So it was like a little biker jacket, some jeans, gloves, and what have you. So I got $10 out of that. And it went it went first class. It only cost me $2.60 to ship. So I didn't make a lot of money on it, but it was just in that big haul. So, by the time everything's all said and done, I still made probably after fees $6 on it. So, it's not the, not the spot I want to be. I typically run right in that $25 to $27 average price per item or average, sale price. So trying to push that up just a little bit more. I'd really like to get right at $30, but right now I do have a few lower end items up there that I've been trying to get rid of some of these stinking coffee mugs, and they're just killing me because I'm not getting a whole lot of money out of them. But it's just one of those things. I should probably just redonate them back to my local Goodwill or what have you. But anyway, full-time job and phone blowing up. You must be rich. Yeah, I wish I was rich, man. Like I said, man, that kid's college, man, is just kicking my ass. I'm telling you, she just, man, I wish she would have went to a state university or something like that, or even would pursue a different career, because it's not necessarily I think she's going to be broke all her life, but who am I to say? Lonnie says, I love coffee cups. I tried that. I hate coffee cups, but you know what? Like I said, I buy the stupid things whenever I run across them. And I don't know why. I always stop and look at them. I think it's because it's probably one of the first things that I really got into when I started reselling seriously. I've been selling online since, probably, I'm guessing 15, 20 years. It's been long. I'd have to actually go back and look. I actually looked here not long ago when the actual date was that I started selling, but it was way back when you actually used to send cash and checks through the mail. So, it was Glenn said my vices board games. Yeah, actually, Glenn, I just sold a Friends trivia board game. I listed it. What was it? Saturday. I listed it Saturday, and it sold in like 2 hours of listing. I got $24 out of it. Friends stuff always sells really, really good. I almost picked up Friends Seen It today. That's another great game to pick up. It's about one of the only two Seen It games that are worth any money. The other's Harry Potter. I believe it's like it's called The Complete. It's like three names, but it's like The Complete something. That one there goes for really, really good money. So anyway, I opened up the Friends Seen It when I was at the store because they were asking $5 for it, which is a little more than I like to pay for board games. And then I noticed two of the tokens were missing in it, and I was like, I can't even part this out. So I ended up leaving it, and I was glad I opened it. I started carrying a knife with me, because they always tape those things and what have you. And pretty much anymore, I just been parting games instead of selling the whole complete games, depending on what it is and the condition of it. But I actually have really good luck parting out games. I think in my Making Money Monday video I just released here just a little bit ago, I had some Monopoly pieces I just sold. I got $17.99 for those. That was the U.S. Army tokens. And then last week I sold Charlie Brown Peanuts tokens, and I think I got $17.99 out of those. So, and then now I have all the other pieces, like the manuals, the Chance Community Chest, and the property cards, and all the houses and the hotels. Those all go in a separate bundle. Man, I'm blowing up today. I hope that's a best offer, because I'm gonna be mad if I got. Every time I get that, I always get worried that I'm gonna get something crazy. Oh, awesome! I gotta. I really, really like this too. This is one of the things I was just kind of talking about. You get that dreaded, like, you got a notification. It's like, oh God, I go, somebody pissed off, or am I getting a lowball offer on something? But I got this really nice message from this lady, and I don't know how well you can see that on there. But anyway, it just basically says, hey, please leave positive feedback for me as I just did for you. Thank you. That's really nice. I love getting that kind of stuff. And but man, I don't know why. I always have like a guilty conscience whenever I get that that dreaded tone there, the message tone or what have you. Hal's Hangout. Hey there. Is it Hal's or God? I can't read it. It's so small. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. Let's see. God, where was I? Lose my train of thought so easy. I swear I got ADD sometimes. All right. Is anyone else got any questions for me or anything like that? John says, yeah, he knows that feeling. Yeah. My phone's on all the time. Everybody else I know, I swear, between my kids, my stepkids, the wife, and everything else, their phones are always on silent or vibrate. Mine is always, it's going off all the time, and they're always, but they know when I'm making money, and they know the other sound, that where the one where I cringe a little bit. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But anyway, let's see. Let's go back to the chat just for a couple minutes, see if there's anything else in here. Another feeling. Garage Flip says no news is good news when it comes to yeah, that's true. I'm always, sometimes I'm just always worried, and I don't know why. I mean, I think I put out a really good product and stuff like that. I mean, but it's every once in a while you miss something. It's just natural. You sell that much stuff, you're bound to miss something here or there. And then you get that one person, that just loses their mind over something so small. But pretty much when it comes, like with clothing, pretty much anymore, I don't even ask for clothing back. If someone hits me up and there's some issue with clothes and they want to return it or whatever, depending on what it is, and since I do free shipping now, I just been pretty much letting them keep stuff, or I'll offer them half their money back. I'm getting a lot of people that, if they do that, I'll just give them, hey, how about I just give you half your money? And they're really cool with that. And then I get some that are like, no, just give me all my money. And I was like, hey, I tell you what, just keep it. Because by the time they send it back, especially if it's a heavy item, like, if it's like this fleece, that's going to go in a padded bubble mailer. So that's, it's almost $7 to ship back. Plus I've already paid $7 for it. It's just kind of one of those things. So, I don't want to add that on top of everything else. So it's just, and then I got to sell it again. So it's just like, just keep it. It's, I have nothing into it. I have $3, $4 into it. So it's a lot easier for me to eat the $4 or whatever it is than to, play the back and forth game. I was talking to another reseller about that, and they said that's what they do. They said it's just so much easier to just keep it. And then, the customer's going to be happy, I mean, and I always tell them, I say, just keep it, donate it, give it to your dog, give it a friend, whoever, I don't care what you do with it. So yeah, they're usually always happy about that. Okay. John, a Cincinnati picker, asks, what should I avoid when buying clothes? Man, mall brands. If you're like me, your time's pretty valuable. So me, there's nothing wrong with mall brands. But we'll just say like your Chaps, your Izod, Abercrombie, Aeropostale, Hollister, Express, that sort of stuff. Some American Eagle is okay. I only buy that if it's pearl snap. I think it's like the vintage pearl snap, and it has to be a big size. And I will buy some of the American Eagle flannels. Those do really well, but I also want those in a big size as well. Yeah, mall brand type stuff, I usually stay away from because there's just no money in them. Clothing takes it takes a lot longer, in my opinion, to photograph and to do, way longer than, like I said, doing this hat, I mean, I got nothing into it. It's 3-4 photos, and it's just boom, 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 and up and listed. It's good to go. A shirt, you want to really, really make sure you got your lighting good, so all the colors, or what they are, because otherwise you're going to get somebody's going to get their item. Oh, the color is way off. It doesn't look like that. Can I send it back? I don't like it. It's not as described. Blah 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 blah. But there's, like I said, there's just so many things with like a nice, especially like on a button-up dress shirt. I always take pictures of the cuffs, the pockets, the tags, whether it's got button-down collars, spread collars. A lot of times I'll even do the button detail, because a lot of the really nice higher-end shirts, all the buttons actually have names on them. I just sold. If you watch my video, you'll see a really good example of it on the Robert Talbot shirt that I have in there. It says Robert Talbot right there. On the button. I believe the Masters shirt I have up there says the Masters on the button. The Harley shirts usually say Harley Davidson on them. Buttons are always kind of detailed. Tommy Bahama shirts have all different kinds of buttons. A lot of them are like wood buttons or shell type buttons. I typically like on shirts, I like to have at least, pull at least $25 to $30 a shirt. So by the time that I pay for shipping, what I have into them, I'm still making about that $20 mark. Just for me, my time is valuable because I do work a full-time job and what have you. So like I said, that's where I want to be on that type of stuff. So I just try to stay away from lower end brands. I know you do a lot of sporting goods and what have you, John. So like for you, really keep an eye out for like FootJoy. FootJoy sells great. I noticed your hat the other day. I was watching one of your videos. You had a FootJoy and Titleist hat. If you can find a FootJoy Titleist shirt together on polos, those would go for really, really good money. I mean, I'm talking like between 35 and 45 bucks. You might even get a little more for those. So definitely keep an eye out for those. Let me jump back in the chat here. Glenn asks, do your kids high five you when they hear that sound? My kids are all they're all out of the house, which is good, I guess. But yeah, they all know that sound and they all look at me. I know yesterday at Easter, my phone went off a couple times and they all just look. They know. Most of them, I think a lot of the kids and a lot of just, even just family in general, I actually think a lot of what I do is a joke. Even my dad kind of, he kind of gave me, I don't want to say a hard time, but I think he kind of, I don't know whether he approves of it or not until I showed him what I made last year. And he was like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, no, because when I told him I had to file taxes, I said I had to file taxes. He goes, I go, they sent me, I said, I got a 1099. And I go, they don't even give you one of those till after you make over 20,000. My dad was like, you made over $20,000 out of doing your little eBay thing? And I was like, yeah. I made well over that. And he was like, you have got to be kidding me. And I'm like, no. It's not a joke. It's not a hobby. I treat it, I shouldn't say I treat it like that because it is fun. I do enjoy doing what I'm doing. That's why I've started kind of sharing it with some other people. Let's see. But yeah, anyway, so it's just one of those things. It's even my wife for the longest time had no idea the actual amount of sales and stuff like that I was actually doing. And like I said, I have a full-time job, so I'm doing this part-time. I mean, I'm no Luke Henson. Man, if you guys watch Endless Entrepreneurs, that guy, man, he works full-time job and still is cranking out like a ridiculous amount of sales. I don't even know how that guy does it. But man, hats off to that guy. I do enjoy watching his stuff. He does strictly clothing. But man, yeah, how he finds enough hours in the day, I don't know. But maybe it's because he sits at a desk all day, and I gotta work a little bit, But yeah, that's awesome, man. What he does is super. Let me jump back in the chat here for a second. Let's see, Garage Flips. Sounds like you're pretty particular about what you buy. How is your sell-through rate? I hear a lot of clothing sellers. Let me scroll back down here. I hear a lot of clothing sellers are at like about 1% per day. Are you higher than that? I'm real close to that, Lonnie. Shoot, I just lost my thing here. Oh, there we go. Okay. I average about actually, and I just kind of addressed this on my video. I think right now currently I have the most items I've ever had in my store, which is about, I think I just passed 400, and I average about three. I think it was last week I did 3.16 sales per day, and that was over a 6-day period. So, but that's where I was at. So, yeah, I guess I'm probably right about 1%, just under. Last week was a little slow, and it is a slowdown season. So, I'm okay with it. Like I said, if I'm doing 3 sales a day, I'm okay with 3. Like I said, today is it's only 3:30 Central Time. I've already had 2 sales today, so hopefully, I get at least 1 or 2 more before the day's over. So I'll be happy with that. I got a bunch of stuff actually even ending today. So, and then I got a sale running. I ran a 2-day Easter sale. So I did that for Sunday. I think I started actually Saturday night about 10 o'clock. About 10 p.m. And then I've got that run until tonight at about 10 p.m. I run 2-day sales pretty much all the time. Like I'll run it 2 days. I maybe wait like a day or 2, and then I'll throw it on for another 2 days. Really creates that sense of urgency, I think. Kind of helps stimulate sales. It's just in my opinion, but I think it seems to work. And then also when I get lowball, I can kind of price my items a little bit higher. And that way, then when I get lowball items or what have you, a lot of times I'll write back and says, hey, I'm running a 20% off sale. I said, that's still going for another couple hours. So this is the best I can do at this time. I could kind of come back at, I could kind of counter them. I get a little better leverage, I think, when I counter them. And a lot of times they jump on it right away. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, he's running that sale and it's only going for, another couple hours or whatever, or, it's something like that. So a lot of times I'll typically get some sales just off of doing that. Let me run back over here again. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Lonnie asks, yeah, it sounds like you're pretty particular about what you buy. Yeah, that's something that just comes with being a clothing seller, and I'm sure with being any type of seller, you start to learn what sells and what doesn't sell as well. It's just, you learn through experience. One of the things, like one of the new ones I'm learning really is jeans. I've always just pretty much focused on the shirts and then, all the little items. But now, as far as clothing, I've slowly started getting into suits, shoes, and jeans. So those there items are ones that I'm really starting to learn and try to pick up on, figure out what brands sell the best, what I can get out of them. So what's a good buy point. Just kind of like these Florsheim's I just grabbed. These are Florsheim's a really good brand. You got to be careful what you buy in that. And that's one of the things I'm learning, and you definitely want to make sure, they got really good, nice soles and what have you. Size, it's just like with regular clothing. I think these are 11s, which that's actually a good size. Pretty much I've been finding anything under a 9 it really just does not move at all. That's a pretty small shoe for a grown man. But anyway, yeah, let's see. What else we got here? Jump back and forth. Do you source at the good House Hangout asks, do you source at the Goodwill retail or the bins? I mostly always do the Goodwill retail. The closest bin store to me is about an hour away. I've only been there twice since it's been open. It's been open pretty much about close to a year. The bin place, like I said, the last time I went, it has regulars now. And man, these guys were like just fighting for everything. They knew all the workers by name. It was really, really crazy compared to the first time. I did find a few pieces of clothing and what have you. A lot of these guys were after books. They were after, just the odd items and stuff. But man, I'm telling you what, they just ravaged the bins when they rolled them out. And I was like, you know what? I'm a big guy. I'm 6'5". I'm probably pushing 300 pounds. So, I'm a big dude, but you know what? I'm just not about getting in there and throwing elbows. There's nothing in that bin store that I need that bad that I need to just sit and throw elbows and stand next to Mr. Stinky and his buddy and what have you. It's just not worth it. I'd rather pay a little bit extra. I'll go to the regular Goodwill retail store. The stuff in there is usually nicer, and especially with clothing, most all of it's, it's not all wadded up, wrinkled. A lot of the stuff that goes to the bins is the leftover stuff, so it's all the stained stuff, what have you. It's just not worth my time. See, Angie popped in into the chat room. How you doing, Angie? Miss Treasured Vintage. Thanks for stopping in. Looks like we got about 14 viewers, so not a crazy amount, but I want to thank everybody who's popped in. And if anyone's got a question or whatever for me, go ahead, feel free to leave it below, and I'll try to answer it. I can be on here for just a little bit longer. Let's see. Hell's Hangout says, I have a full-time job and I sell part-time as well. I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel. How does that work for you? Yeah, actually, it's something that I think one of the biggest things about YouTube for me personally is I think it helps keep me motivated. For sure. I don't know about you can ask Lonnie. He's been on YouTube for quite a while. Garage Flips. I don't know if he's still in the chat room, but YouTube definitely keeps me. YouTube definitely keeps me motivated. So I'm always watching, I'm always learning, but at the same time, when I'm putting out videos and this and that, it keeps me on top of my game, and it kind of drives me. Just like today, when I'm out, man, I was like, God, I got this awesome haul today. I want to share it with people. I don't have a lot of I guess it would be mentors. A lot of people around me that do the same thing. I mean, I work with a guy, but he's a total a-hole. We do not get along at all. This guy just thinks everything out there is all for him and him alone. He hates my guts because I do the same thing I do. He tells everybody I take all the food out of his kids' mouths. It's horrible. So, I mean, and this guy would be like the best guy for me to source with because we work the same schedule. We do the same thing, but this guy just does not get it. He's diehard liberal. Actually he's a liberal extremist. So it's just, you just can't work with somebody like that. And I don't want to get into politics, and I have nothing against liberals or anything else, but just some people are just, woohoo. Don't want to get me going on that. But, Angie said, Mr. Steaky and his buddy, LOL. Yeah, I was trying to be nice. That's one thing with doing a YouTube thing. You really want to try and filter a little bit. I get a little crazy sometimes, especially when I get wound up. So, yeah, Lonnie says, I hate crowds. That sounds terrifying to me. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of crowds. I think my personality is good enough. I mean, I get along with most anybody and what have you, but at the same time it's kind of like with the 1, 2, 3 day. There's so many people that are at the Goodwill. Every once in a while I'll take, because they do our 1, 2, 3 day on Tuesday. A lot of times I'll take that Tuesday off, but I'll go to like the bigger area that's in my region, and I'll hit those because, one, I'm just going to find way better stuff, but I'm also fighting more people because it's in a larger area, and then I'll hit mine later. But there's just so many people in there, and it's just like, what? I just don't feel like fighting with people. It's not my personality. I hate to fight. What? If you need it that bad, take it. That's just how I am. It's just you take it, but it's all yours. I do have a guy that I do go thrifting with on occasion. One of our schedules kind of work out. We're great about that. A lot of times when we find stuff together, we'll actually split it, which is really, really cool. We both kind of look at it as, what? Either you can take them, I can take them, or we can split them, and we both make money. So, it's really cool that he looks at it that way. I wish sometimes, we could get together a little more often, but, just schedules don't work out that way. But that is awesome. I'm not lucky like Glenn and Lonnie there, who all live next to each other. They go battle it out all the time, and then they go right along. And, that's awesome. I'm jealous of them guys for sure. I really wish I had somebody I could do that with here. Let's see what else we got. Lonnie says YouTube is a big motivation for me. Definitely. I don't want to show crap sales or crap pickups. Yeah, I mean I feel the same way, but I think though, I guess doing the YouTube thing for me, and in my opinion, sometimes I like to show the goose egg, we'll just call them the turds. You know what I mean? At least so you can show the other people, it's like, hey, this is what not to buy. You know what? Learn from my mistake. I'm no expert by any means, and I'm always learning. I love watching everybody. There's always somebody you can learn something from, and I love when guys aren't showing all home runs. I love that because show me the stuff that you screwed up on. That way then I was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, that doesn't sell. That's probably a good idea. Maybe I should stay away from that instead of, we all love the home runs. Don't get me wrong. But, it's just kind of one of those things. Dennis Maddox. Hi, AKA Treasure Hunters 1. How you doing, Dennis? Thanks for stopping in. Do you print your labels? If so, what kind of printer do you use? Yes, I print my labels. That was like probably one of the best things I ever could have done for my business is start printing my own labels. I buy there's like 2 labels on a sheet. I can't remember who I get those through, but yeah, definitely the one of the best investments I ever done. I used to always cut them out, tape them onto my packages. It looks so tacky. Actually, I had to go back to my inkjet printer. I was using it. I have a Brother LaserJet, and I love that thing. And something happened to it. I don't know what it was, but it won't connect to my router anymore. I've called Brother. They can't get it to reconnect or anything. So I need to get a new one. That thing was great. Pretty great labels. So right now, I went back to just using my regular inkjet. I can print quite a few labels with it, but ink's expensive. So But yeah, definitely really look into that, Dennis. If you haven't, look at printing out your labels on the adhesive. Hang on just a second. I actually might have. I think I have some down here in my basement here, real quick, that I can show you. One second. Yeah, I do. Yeah, they're the ones I use are Value Mailers brand. That's probably the ones that everybody uses. They're really really good. And I don't know how well, if you can see, there's like a little seam there. And these are the rounded corner ones. That's something else. If you're buying these, look for the ones that are have the rounded corners. They peel off a little bit easier. What did Lonnie say? Yeah, let's see. Treasure Vintage says, yeah, filtering is a must. Yeah, I have to really watch it sometimes. Hal's Hangout says, I love the bins. I love the challenge. And I've made, man, I'm telling you what, you guys that live next to the bins, if I lived where my bin store was at, I would definitely frequent it more often, for sure. There's some really great stuff in there. You can get it super cheap. Probably if I did this full time, I would have no problem going there as well, because I'm getting stuff so cheap. I could afford to sell stuff a little less. But since I don't have as much time to devote, I like to take in, I want to get the most money I can, the most bang for my buck. So, I try to source a little higher dollar items, especially when it comes to clothing and what have you. So, wow, you said you live an hour and a half away, but it's totally worth it. I say 5 to 6 hours. Wow, man, that's holy cow. I wish I could do that. The thing is too, is probably why I don't do that. Is it? I think that's Hal's. God, like I said, I can hardly read. So it looks like Hal's or Hallie's, but anyway, the reason I don't do that is because the area where mine is at, there's so many other thrift stores there. I can hit like there's 3 Goodwills all within about 20 minutes of each other. And I think there's like 3 or 4 Salvation Army family stores all right there. Plus a couple. So, I mean, and it's it's Hal. Okay. Thank you. Like I said, my eyes are getting really bad. I think it's the age is creeping up on me. I'm getting a little old. But anyway, so, I have all those other options to hit, and it's just like, what, I'll pop into the 2 times I've popped in there, I've maybe popped in for a half hour, a couple bin changes, and then I'm out. It's just I can quick run through, see what all's sitting there, and then it's out. Like I said, I'm not fighting with nobody for nothing. It's just, for me, it's not worth it. I think that's awesome that you're able to do that, and more power to you, man. That's great, because you're getting stuff at a great deal and a great price. I just personally, I'm paying up a little bit for things that, sometimes I wish I wouldn't. But anyway, let me jump back to the chat again here real quick. Let's see. Lonnie says, I show all the pickups I make, even the bad ones. YouTube will make me think twice. Yes, exactly, Lonnie. I totally agree with that. I definitely do. I'll rethink, some of the things I pick up and stuff like that. It's like, man, is this a good buy or not? But like I said, I think that all comes with experience, and I'm sure you're way more experienced than I am, at picking up and sourcing things. And that's why I like to watch your channel, Lonnie. So if you guys haven't checked out Lonnie on Garage Flips, check out his YouTube channel. Lonnie's always got great content on there. I've been following him for a long time. He's a really good guy. He's always good about helping to answer questions as well. I know you've helped me out a long time ago. I used to ask a lot of questions when I was kind of not first starting out, but just kind of getting new to YouTube and being a little more active on here and what have you. So yeah, definitely appreciate that, Lonnie. House Hangout says, get another one. It'll pay for. Yeah, definitely. It's one of those things I need to do. I just had to write a decent size check for taxes, so funds are a little tight at the moment. But we're building them back up. So I definitely got to get another laptop as well. I'm wanting to add one of those so I could have a dedicated shipping station down here. I do a lot of my stuff, then I take it upstairs and what have you. But so yeah, that'll be great. Yeah, Angie Treasure Vintage says, yeah, Lonnie is great. Yeah, Lonnie's a good guy. I like Lonnie a lot. We've never really, spoke one-on-one, but, I've talked to him through live chats and, like on his show and this and that. So, yeah, he's definitely been been a help and a wealth of knowledge for sure. Let's see what else we got here. House Hangout says, I make more sales because my prices are competitive. Definitely. That is for sure. My stuff, some of my stuff I have listed is, I don't want to call it long tail. I'm more, I look at medium tail. I'm not giving my stuff away, but at the same time, I don't think I'm overpricing my stuff. I think I'm pricing it. I'm creating a sense of value. Would be a good way, I guess, to put it. Sometimes I think, and this is just my opinion, that you price your stuff too low. People are looking at, well, how good is it? But at the same time is, you don't want to price it too high. But if you can find that happy spot where you're still creating a sense of value for your item, that it's like, hey, you know what, this, there's a million Ralph Lauren button-up shirts out there, and you can buy them anywhere from probably $7.99 to $14.99 all day long. But what one are you getting? Or do you want to, if you're someone who's serious about picking up those things, you want to spend 19, maybe $24, maybe $29, you're just kind of creating that little sense of value to it. Like I said, it's just my opinion. And there's nothing wrong with turning and burning either. Once I've had my items a certain amount of time, then I'll cut them loose or I'll start lowering them down. But also by listing them a little bit higher, I can afford to put stuff on sale. And then I'm still getting a premium, I'm saying, for my item. So, like I said, if I put something up for $29.99, I don't have no problem running a 20% off sale or 15% off sale. I'm still going to get $25. You know what I'm saying, for my item, in that ballpark, and I put free shipping on most all my clothes because they go first class. So even after I pay shipping and my fees, I'm still walking away with $20. Where if I'm putting something up for, we'll just say $14.99, I pay the shipping on it. I've already got $3 or $4. I'm only going to make $3 or $4 on it. So that's not worth my time. But for somebody else who's doing things and that's their business model and that works for them, that's great. It's just for my business model and my time and with what I do, this is what works the best for me. So, it's just, everybody has a model that works the best for them and their situation. Oh my goodness. I can't believe, how long have I been on here, guys? I don't see a timer on here. God, I've probably been yakking forever. I need to get the hell out of here. Let's see what else we got. Lonnie says, yeah, I can tell it's legit. Angie Treasured Vinegar says, long, short tail, or medium long tail? Just medium tail, right? Yeah. We all like a little medium tail, don't we? Yeah, just, good medium tail. Like I said, I don't care, I have enough stuff in my inventory now to where I don't care if it sits for a little bit longer because I have enough other stuff that's moving or will move, and those longer tail items kind of fall in between the cracks as well. So that's one of the things I'm trying to do, is push up my my inventory just a little bit more before summer really gets kicked into gear, because I know I'm going to taper off on my listing just because it's nicer. And I like to be outside, just sitting out back, having a beer, playing with my dog, just doing whatever. It's one time I should be listing, but I just enjoy being outside. Okay. Dennis asked, do I do retail arbitrage? If so, what do you think about it? I used to, when I used to do Amazon. I really don't. I still have stuff in my Amazon inventory, but I haven't sent anything in probably a good 6 to 8 months. I've really just kind of waned off of the whole Amazon train. Just a lot of things, just personal reasons, and just just a lot of things in general on Amazon just have kind of started to turn me off, and I've been leaning back towards eBay now. So yeah, and it seemed like it just took me so long to find good retail arbitrage items to send into Amazon. And, they're always just changing stuff, what you can sell, what you can't sell. So it's just kind of one of those things that, and it would even be by the time, I would find something at, Walmart or Target or whatever, and I would see something that was a good price or what have you, and I would scoop. By the time I would get them in, everybody else had found them. so then I'm just, and then the bottom would just fall out on them. I'm literally giving the stuff away just to unload it. So, there's nothing wrong with retail arbitrage, but you got to really find that niche item that not everybody else knows about, or, get into replenishables. If you can find that sort of stuff that you can get really, really cheap and you can just keep, replenishing, those things do really, really well. I just haven't been lucky enough to figure out what really good replenishables I could sell or to send in that I could make a decent amount of, return on, because Amazon takes a pretty large chunk of your profits. So, between fees and all their other stuff, Amazon really hits you hard. So you got to really, really, find that item that you can turn for a good profit. So you actually, walk away, where on eBay, it's typically that 13%. By the time you pay your PayPal fee and your Amazon fees and what have you, it's about 13%. Amazon is way higher than that. Let's see what else we got here. Garage flips. If I had a full-time job, I'd be a lot pickier with my sourcing. Yeah. And that's exactly what I've, like I said, it's time is money. I have to create the most value, for my time and what have you. Just being funny. I have lots of long tail stuff. Yeah. Long tail is my code for bad buys. Yeah, no. I guess it's all how you look at it. Price. I think pricing makes a big difference whether or not your item is long tail or not. If you price it right, it's going to move. It's just one of those things, is how long do you want to sit on something? I don't have a problem sitting on something for a couple, 3 months. And if it is, something I've got priced a little bit higher, it just depends. It just, like I said, it just depends how much money I have wrapped up in it, how bad I need some capital. Different things like that. So, and like I said, once you get a few more items in your store, then you don't really tend to care as much. Let's see what else we got here. You had to go there, Lonnie. Let's see. Garage Flip says, I could read between lines what you guys wrote. You want to buy oh yeah, you bought a whole bunch of them air filters, didn't you, Lonnie? You've done pretty good with those, haven't you? You were just too smart. No thanks. Okay, these guys are all. Oh, Lonnie asks, hey, you want to buy some vintage 8mm computer tapes? Oh my gosh. I love vintage media though, man. Old vintage media sells well, I think, especially if you bundle it right and what have you. Yeah, I sold 6 this week. Yeah, I love vintage media, man. I love picking up that sort of stuff. I like to hang on to a few of them too once in a while, especially if I find something that will go with it. I can kind of bundle that along with it because that's just something else that they don't have to buy. Especially like, camcorders or, whatever it is. Actually, I think I've got a mini disc here. I found new sealed the other day, like a little Sony mini disc. I think I got that just sitting over here too. You guys see what I was talking about. Yeah. You guys ever, you guys familiar with these little Sony little mini discs, new sealed? Look at that. I paid 50 cents for it, 49 cents. I might have even paid a quarter. It might have been half off. I don't remember, but like I said, it was new sealed. Something I'll probably bundle with something. I don't think I'm going to just sell it individually because I only got one, but if I can find 2 or 3 more of them, then I'll definitely, bundle them together. All right. All right. Anyone else in here got any questions or comments for me? Because I think I'm going to head out of here and go outside and enjoy the rest of the day. Got my dog chained up. Let's see. Lonnie says, yep, I got one with a mini disc player. Yeah, I listen. Yeah, see, yeah, if I run across one of them little old Sony mini disc players or something like that, I have a disc to take and bundle with it. So, yeah, I always pick up that little stuff just so I have it. And then I also I like to find the little micro cassettes. If you guys ever run across the little Sony micro cassettes, those are always nice because the little micro cassette recorders, they go for some pretty good money. Actually, one of my better sales I've ever had, I found a new sealed and packaged Sony micro cassette recorder. I think I paid $6 for it, and I flipped that for around about $170, $170. So yeah, it was awesome, and I sold it in like just a couple days. It was a great sale. So yeah, I love finding that stuff, and then like I said, when you can bundle the media with it as well, it's always good. Do I leave feedback or do I wait till the buyer does? I do 2 things on the feedback. Usually, in the first 30 days, I just wait till the buyer leaves me feedback. I'll leave feedback right after the buyer does in the first 30 days. Then anything after 30 days, like I'll go through, and anyone who hasn't left me feedback or whatever, I'll just go through, and then I'll leave positive feedback for everybody else. That way, if there's a return on the item or there's some sort of issue or whatever, this is just my opinion. This is how I do it. I don't know how the other guys do it. But yeah, I'll take in, I just tend to do it that way. Like I said, I'll just, I'll go back in after 30 days and I leave it for everybody. And then usually I'll get a bunch of stuff that'll all filter in just from people that have forgot or whatever. Some people have it set up to automatically leave feedback. I don't do that. I don't think it really matters. Really one way or the other, how people, how you do it. It's just, everybody has their own, way to go about it. So, anything else? In about 2 more minutes, I'm going to wrap this up. It's just about 4 o'clock. So, my God, I've been on way too long. Yeah, what's this? Wouldn't show time on here, but like I said, I'm just kind of learning all the ins and outs and bells and whistles of doing this live thing. So hopefully everybody liked this and enjoyed it. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I want to thank Lonnie for popping in, and Glenn and Angie and Henry. I think he popped in. Dennis, all you guys that popped in and, chatted with me for a while. Really good job of showing. Thanks, Lonnie. I appreciate that. Thanks, man. I do. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, like I said, we're just we're trying to get this whole live thing underway and buckled down so we get it a little smoother and what have you. But yeah, so if you guys haven't checked it out yet, check out Make It Money Monday volume. I believe it was 28. I think was the last one. Just put that up a little bit ago. So check that out. You guys see what all I sold this last week. Wasn't the best sales week, but you guys get a little idea of some of the stuff I sell and what have you, and what I get for it. So anyway, that's gonna do it. That's my time. Thanks for watching, everybody, and as always, fins up. Bye, everybody.